Hi guys and welcome back to askNK. Today we've got news, and today's news has to do with a software known as Adobe Fuse. Now, Adobe Fuse, or in case you don't know what Fuse is actually software that originally was created by the guys at Mixamo, and Mixamo is an online service company that gives you the ability to rig and apply animations to your models directly from the internet, so you don't need to actually have special skills to do that. So the tool called Fuse was created by them back in 2014, and within that time this Fuse tool itself was used to create previous quality kind of 3D characters. At the same time, a lot of people actually use this to create game characters. They used it for a whole lot of things, and you can actually tweak this to suit whatever thing that you want to create. So Fuse was first released by the original developers that are Mixamo in 2014, and within that time a lot of people actually loved this tool. There was a lot of hype about it, and afterwards there was just this ship shaking, and Adobe came into the picture. Adobe came into the picture in 2015, and just like everything they have, they decided to plug this tool into the Adobe suite. So you purchase the Adobe suite or the Creative Cloud suite and you have this. So this was one of those tools that came through in 2015 CC release. But we have some very not so happy news today, which has to do with them confirming that they will be discontinuing the tool. Now, this tool is so amazing that it takes you about 15 minutes to get your characters ready. And I was actually thinking at this point that now that they have Dimension and they have the Project Arrow and they have so many other things coming, that Fuse was just going to be one of those apps that would make them stand out. I mean, they bought Substance, and I was thinking Substance was going to actually make this thing so cool, but no, the guys at Adobe actually thought otherwise. So what they're saying is at the end of September 2020 this tool will no longer be available, and they've given a couple of reasons. One of the reasons that they've given is that that they're working on certain tools, and from the blog here the guys at Adobe are saying that Adobe is powering the next generation of 3D and AR creatives with innovative new tools like the Dimension, or the Dimension depending on how you call it, the Project Arrow, and Substance suite of products, as well as other 3D services which I have no idea about. Meanwhile, I was actually saying that this, which is the Substance suite, was going to be tied directly into Adobe Fuse, since Adobe Fuse has a plug for that. And the fact that they're killing this is just not making sense. But for some reason they've actually kept this tool in beta for years, and they're trying to give a couple of reasons why this tool isn't going to be available anymore. One of the reasons that they're giving is that this tool would not be supported, or they're not going to actually work on this tool, because that's basically how it sounds, that they're not going to be able to work on this tool following the new version of Mac OS, which is the 10.15 that will be released later in the year. So if you're using the previous versions of the Mac OS, of course you can still continue using this. Now they're also saying that 3D character remains an important aspect of any project, and the plan to create something better in the future, all of that stuff. But I'm actually wondering, why did they keep this tool for this long only for them to go ahead and discontinue it? This is the main problem I have with big corporations buying small startups or companies that are just starting out. And that was one of the fears that I had when they decided to buy the Substance suite, because we've seen a couple of tools that they've purchased, and over time, just like this one, they just keep it for a while and they go ahead to discontinue it, and some of them just stays incognito for as long as they can. And not long ago we saw them come out with a tool called Fresco, which has to do with painting. There's still a whole lot of painting tools out there that have been created by the guys at Adobe, and for some reason they just go ahead, discontinue it, stop development, and just come up with new and more tools, and take some of them back into the Creative Cloud, throw some of them out of the Creative Cloud. There's just not much love that is being given to most of the softwares that we really think that these guys would have taken their time to actually polish and put out there for everyone to make use of. I don't know what you guys think about this. For me, I kind of think that maybe they should have continued, or maybe pushed this a little bit further develop it more and, you know, create something better rather than just say, okay, it's not going to be available for this. So because it's not going to be available for Mac, we're not going to, you know, continue development for PC. Either ways, we've basically not seen so much of a development following the fact that this has been bought. I mean, most of the characters, most of the features that were existing in the previous Mixamo version itself was and is way better than, you know, most of the features that are in the Adobe version of the Fuse. So I don't know what you guys think about this one. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section, what you think about them discontinuing this, and how does all of these things tie up to you. To me, I kind of find this a bit sad because for a company like Adobe, I kind of think that, you know, they should buy a software company and push the limit of what people actually thought the software could do to something way greater and way better, you know, rather than keeping most of the things or, you know, downgrading the features or just keeping them incognito or keeping them under beta for as long as, you know, they possibly can, and at the end of the day they just get to throw it in the trash can. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button and turn on notification, and if you're new here, it's going to be amazing if you can hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, Free Friday, Tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.